Saenchai is one of the greatest Muay Thai fighters ever. And it's easy to look at him sparring and go, wow, that's why he's so good. So today let's focus in on 3 things he does in sparring, which you can bring into your own game to start excelling during those rounds at the gym. Today's episode is sponsored by XMartial, who has kindly outfitted me for this video. You guys can head over to XMartial, and with my promo code Gabriel Varga, save on 10%. They have shorts, they have rash guards, shin pads, gloves, and so much more. And the quality is great, they last. I have been wearing this for a couple years now. Training sessions, YouTube videos, it's always in the washer, the dryer, and looking brand new. Now for years, I've been chasing a fight with Saenchai. I had one offer a long time ago. I think I had been like 2 fights into my pro career and I got an offer, and it was so ridiculously small. Like the amount of money that they were offering, I was already getting more fighting other people who were not the #1 Muay Thai fighter in the world. I went, come on guys, raise your offer up. And I assumed at some point down the road we would get to meet because, you know, I got into K1, managed to beat Lerdsila, but I've not had the opportunity to share the ring with Saenchai. It does not seem like it's a fight he's interested in at this point. So I'll just continue watching him and appreciating all the amazing techniques which he has. And we want to start and focus in on his round kick. Now, whether you're a southpaw like him or you're an orthodox fighter, these techniques are still very similar and they still work, regardless of the stance. So don't get caught up in, oh, Gabriel's in a southpaw stance like Saenchai, so this won't work for me. No, absolutely not. So as a Muay Thai fighter, kind of moving around like Saenchai, you got that stance like this. It doesn't matter if you take this stance or not, but what he's very well known for is that fast body round kick. He comes up with it. But that's not a trick. That's not enough for us to be like, oh, we're just going to throw that. How does he follow up in his sparring rounds or in his fights very often? Well, what he'll do is he'll be here, he'll come one and boom, right back to low. Now that might not seem like a massive trick, but it is very effective. Why is it so effective? Well, when somebody either checks a kick and comes back down or blocks a kick and then goes to counter, their weight is very heavy, right? They block, they drop. They block, they drop. So if you can be very quick, almost like doing non-stop round kicks, if you can be very quick on coming from here, 1 and then down to 2, there's a very good chance you're going to land that kick and even better, interrupt their follow-up technique. If he goes to check it and throw a counter round kick and I can come in and take out that standing leg, great for me. If I come here and boom, throw to the inside low, very often I can still interrupt the punch. Saenchai does this all the time when he's sparring, and it's something I've been on the receiving end of. When I've trained with a couple of southpaw Muay Thai fighters, you block the first shot, they hit you with the second, and it is very difficult to deal with. The only underlying concern is you stay too close and you end up getting punched. So you need to make sure that once you've hit the shot and you come for your second, you're maintaining really good distance with your head, or this swinging arm then posts up the middle. That's a fantastic one. Up high, down low, and then that nice clean exit. And if you're an orthodox fighter, facing an orthodox fighter, you just hit here once, and then you hit to the outside of the leg, and I prefer to cut a tiny angle. So I hit here, and then I'll cut out to the side. It slows it down a little bit, but keeps you much safer. Now, the next thing that we see Saenchai do repeatedly is toss people to the ground. He catches the round kick, he tosses them to the ground. 2 elements to focus on when he does this. Number 1, his elbows are not tight to the body before he catches a kick, because this means he needs to get around. Now, he has his hands out a little further and his elbows a little higher. This means when the kick comes up, it's very easy for him to just place his arm out, have no concern about a head kick slipping over top, boom, and he's caught it. Now, many people are good at catching round kicks. They can do that, but they struggle on the follow-up. They either struggle on executing the sweep, or once they've caught the kick, not getting hit in the face a bunch. So how does Saenchai keep himself safe from getting punched and effectively take people down? Well, once his elbows are up and he grabs the kick, he stretches them upwards. He squeezes and he leans back slightly, rotates his shoulder forward. This puts lots of strain on the ankle and the shin and forces them to maintain good distance. Now he could just try and execute a sweep here, but for all he knows, the person who just kicked is very heavy on this leg. So how does he lighten this leg? How does he make it easier to just pick out? He gives them a little push. Sometimes he'll do it with a step, and sometimes he'll just shove a little further with the shoulder. What this does to anybody who's flat-footed is make them jump. When they start jumping, they put the weight on the ball of the foot. Their weight is up and down and up and down. It makes it very easy to pick it out, as opposed to somebody who just gets very heavy. Now, another thing that Saenchai does, which I really like, is he will throw the round kick, and then use that round kick fake to come down the middle with a front kick. You don't know where his leg is gonna be. And when you get very, very sure, okay, the round kick's coming, I'm gonna catch it, or I'm gonna check it, all of a sudden you're getting booted right in the stomach. So it's 1, and then it's 2, and then it's 3 down the middle. What are we looking to do here? We're looking to bring our leg up to the side and then invert it back to that little teep in the stomach. And oh man, when you get hit with this one, especially if you go to check it and you're on one leg, you can easily get knocked backwards, or you can just end up eating it where it really hurts you. But again, we're bringing out the fake, recoiling, and then touching the stomach. I've seen him do this so many times, and keep in mind that these techniques are not just for sparring. He utilizes them in fights so well. And it's always so beneficial to look at the best fighters in the world, find a few things which they do very well, and try to add them to your game. As I always say, you play around with it in training, and then you try to include it in sparring. If it works for you, hold on to it. If you go, no, this isn't for me, I don't know why it works for him, but it's not for me, then you disregard it and you look at something else, which you can incorporate. But these 3, up high to down low, catching, off balancing, and then going for the sweep, and then using that little fake where I come from the round kick and I come down the middle, these are all very effective. All Saenchai worthy moves, which he just does so beautifully, and hopefully we can incorporate as well.